Among indie musicians, no one has quite stood out more than Drive-Thru Danny. Drive-Thru Danny never quite rose to fame, but he had a unique approach to creating music. In the dead of night, while everyone else had been long gone, Danny would record music in drive-thrus. He always recorded next to the second window and next to fast food restaurants that used to be banks. He stated that the overhead roof lets the sound wobble around to get its bearings, and makes the sound feel comfortable while recording. Danny's music is usually described online as spherically enticing. One commenter described the music as a thick purple wire-frame sphere in a starlit void that slowly spins and chevrons with each note. When I close my eyes, I also see a shaky blue wave that tumbles and tosses the sphere around like a beach ball. Danny's vocals aren't always his own. Occasionally, Danny would hire homeless men to sing him melodies. These homeless vocals tend to be guttural, shapeless, rubish, but Danny knew how to contort the bestial sounds into soft lullabies. Take his song Skulking Zorm, for example. 3 homeless men are recorded on this track. The lyrics are nonsensical. They babble on about nothing and mutter about days long past, but Drive-Thru Danny was able to collect the amalgamation and craft a choir. Danny's recording sessions must always happen at night, for that is the lesson he's learned. During the lunch rush, Danny tried to record 10 seconds of vocals. He wrote about it on his blog. Quote, "It was like everyone on Earth was yelling at me. All I needed was like 10 seconds to get the vocals, but no one understood. They kept honking and shouting, and I would keep stepping on the pavement and then back into the grass, over and over again, just waiting. That manager man, fat little rat-faced man, kept yelling at me and shaking his fist. He reminded me of a rat. He was yelling shit like, 'Get out of here, you fucking bum. Can't you see what you're doing?' 'Yeah, rat man, I know what I'm doing. I'm waiting my turn. Everyone else is in line. When's my turn?' Then they called the cops and I had to skedaddle. Never again, man. Never again." Drive-Thru Danny would continue his underground music scheme throughout the early 2000s, creating albums such as Mole Yuppie, Noxwort, and Disastros. All of his albums and songs are words he made up. Danny kept up with this blog regularly through this period. His posts were always short, but frequently followed his endeavors. He would post what he was thinking at the time, ideas for songs, and where he currently was. However, this self-doxing often led to fans harassing Danny during his recordings. The song Fugipolo contains a recording of Danny getting into a physical altercation with one of his fans. Danny grew bored easily, often jumping from state to state, looking for the perfect drive-thrus to record in. His uploads ceased, however, when he entered the state of Vermont. Danny has gone on saying that Vermont was a dark time for him. There, quote, "isn't any fast food joints for 10,000 fucking miles. I haven't found shit. There's nothing but trees. I've been walking for 10 years. God damn every man who steps foot in Vermont." Danny would later release one final, untitled song. The song is 30 seconds long, only features a few notes, an animalistic roaring, and the sloshing of liquid. Danny has not been heard of since. Many efforts have been made to find Danny and where he uploaded the song. In order to upload, he had to have had internet access. Seeing how he wrote his blog using his phone's data, it is unknown how the song was uploaded. A popular theory is that Danny and his computer were found by a fan who was following his location. This would explain the internet access, but it does not explain why Danny was never found, or who this fan was. Perhaps the fan didn't want to be connected and buried Danny. That is assuming Danny died. Many believe Danny simply went off into the woods to live a new life. We will never truly know the whereabouts of Danny, but we will always have his music to remember him by.